rain or shine, the drama circus has arrived. Have you ever watched a horror cow? They stand, they sob, they're screaming now. They stand, they cry, they'll freak you out. You blink once, they're in your house. Come chat about it, we keep it real. Spill your tea, say what you feel. We see the snakes, we see the snakes. We call the lies right to their face. Step right up, rain or shine, the drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine. Scammers and grifters everywhere, they need help. Gummy bears. It's so sad the pitiful life leave you broke, bleeding inside. Alex will tell y'all what y'all need to hear. Pull that mask off, make it crystal clear. Come on in and wipe your dirty feet. Grab a drink, maybe something sweet. Oh yeah, right up, rain or shine, the drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine. Round and round the story spin. Who's the victim? Who's the villain? Watch your heart, watch your mind, lead the trash, but keep your spine. Step right up, rain or shine, the drama circus has arrived. We got laughs and jokes and fights, but it cuts deep late at night. This place gets dark, don't get shaken. Guard your soul, don't let it get taken. Step right up, join the line. The drama circus, rain or shine.
Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Oh my gosh, I posted this picture the other night and I just laughed way too much at this. I mean, it is really silly, some of the stuff I'm doing here on this channel, I guess. I really like just reviewing what's on YouTube, and this horror cow theme has kind of been in my head. So I asked ChatGPT to make a field of cows with human expressions that looked terrified, and I wanted some of them running away. And I think it turned out perfect with Real Talk with Alex written in the clouds. In cloud font is what I wrote. But it's weird. ChatGPT does something funky. If you pay attention to the clouds in the background, they are not the cows in the background, rather. They don't have faces. I don't know what's going on. But tonight, buckle up, because we are taking another cruise down this dumpster district. Okay. Now, I will let you know the fumes are toxic in the area we're in and in the car we're in. So just keep the window cracked and you'll be all right. And yeah, that's the plan. Let me say hello to you guys. Hey, Mystery. Fitting since there are still tornadic storms too. By the way, I'm glad you like my song. Hey, Shayna. Anyone ever use those foot masks? I have not used, well, I feel like I did years ago and it didn't really work, but I've heard of some more recently that are pretty good. Yeah, from Tess, actually. Let's see. Hey, Madison. We're going to be going over to your channel tonight. Actually, things were shifting as the day was going. I had a pretty busy day But this morning, I had grabbed a couple things I wanted to talk about. That was from Everyday with Jay, video from Bullhorn Betty, and some stuff from Madison and Angela. Well, then it evolved, and we're not going to go to Nonsense's channel. However, that is where I first heard the information. So she's stop one on the map, and it's a little crooked because number 2 should be Madison. We're going to play a clip from her channel. She took from Nonsense's stream. I did link both in the description since, that's the source for some of the content tonight. We got a lot to talk about. So let me see here. Hello. Let me take my little song off. Hello, you guys. Oh my gosh. So it has been a busy couple of days for me. Bentley hasn't been in school. He's been sick with a little cold, and I definitely got a touch of it, but I'm doing better. And I was outside a lot today as well this evening, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here with you guys. It's just been busy. I did stop by Jones's for a moment. We're going to talk about a little bit of something that she touched on as we get through some of the stuff tonight. So that's the plan. I'm hanging out with you guys. I was going to stream inside, and then last minute I was like, no, I want to hang out, smoke if I want to smoke, drink my beer, my root beer, and smoke, and just kick it with you guys a little bit more laid back than I can inside. So that is the plan. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Groceries delivered and a live to watch. It's perfect. Grandma Sherry was on with me the other day, and we had a great discussion. It was so fun. I told you, and I mean it, you're just a very intelligent woman who's fun to conversate with about many different topics. And I love the way that she played into our little broke down car we got going on. Because on this channel, we are riding around in a hoopty. Let me see if I can find the first picture of it. We need help. Help. Everything is wrong with my car all the time, over and over again. Please help. And we ride this car around the streets of YouTube, specifically Krama and some of these lives. But yeah, if you start seeing me reviewing some other stuff in the shorts, I'm thinking about responding to some other lolcows out there. So, okay. Like I said, we're going to start on Madison's channel. Her link is in the description. I enjoy her channel so much. If I'm busy, I know that she will have whatever important is going on. And yeah, I get a lot of info from her channel. So a lot of times on these Chroma lives, I'll mention it and I want to link it, share it with you guys. Yeah, so please go check it out. All right, so let me. So things were, I wanted to talk about some things, not much with Brittany, except for a very quick thing that has shifted. Now, we have talked about and been following this court stuff with Julie and Craig, and they had court today. And there's an update. And I think it's really important we talk about this. See, it all kind of goes together. Like I said, Jonesin was live a little bit earlier. You guys should go check it out. I didn't get to catch it all, but I did get to catch some of it. And I heard her responding some of what she had to say to Brittany because Brittany was upset. Jonesin said she had a mental issue going on because of all the lies. I'll get there, and it's all kind of. I didn't watch Brittany, so when I watched Nonsense, like I said earlier, that's where I first saw the news that they didn't show up at court. She played some of this, and that is where I kind of learned and heard the first part about Jonesin. We're not going to play that, but we'll talk about it after this because this really came first. So hopefully that's not too confusing. Again, this channel is linked in the description. All the sources are Betty, everybody. So
hi there, I'm Madison.
All right, let me just make sure you guys can see me good. Yeah, she is great. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Nicole B. Good to see you. I was trying to think of things I could say to play around with you guys with it tonight. But yeah. Okay. So the other thing I was going to tell you is if you do want to jump in this car, hopefully you've had a tetanus shot. That's all I can say. I'm not making any promises. Listen, we got to take what we can get. Okay. It is what it is. Now, let's listen to this video because this really puts a lot of it together where we don't even have to go over to nonsenses. Like I said, I did want to mention that's where I first just be transparent. This is how like the development of this live stream and putting together what we were going to talk about. That's how it went. Okay, here we go.
Hi there, I'm Madison. Welcome to my channel. You're all very...
The following clip I clipped from Nonsense's channel earlier today. Nonsense was present in court
Okay.
via a link for the public Nonsense, confirms Julie was present. However, Craig and Brittany were not present.
Pause. So, again, Brittany and Julie had court today. Nonsense joined as a member of the public. I think I was pretty shocked to hear that. You know, we had seen that allegedly speculating had gotten that recording. Remember, we talked about it of one of the last hearings, and she did like a review of what she gathered from that. But Nonsense went live, and she went live on her channel after to talk about what happened there. Now, one of the first things that Madison mentions here is they were not present. They weren't present. You know, and they didn't start this court process, but it reminds me of one she did start that she wasn't present for either. It's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. And instead of being at your court hearing, you know, to prove your innocence and what you're being accused of, you're on YouTube responding to Joneson and other people because that is, I mean, I don't know. It's lolcow stuff. That's really all I can say at this point. I'm not surprised. If anybody believes that, look, this was mentioned with the Joneson stuff as well. Like, her loving the drama. It's not just we all obviously like to watch drama, and for me, I just think it's entertaining when it's petty, surface level. Don't like when families and personal lives and private information. I don't even like. I personally wouldn't even share a private message. That's just me. It goes well beyond that, but this is more than liking drama. A lot of us like drama and we watch it from the outside. We may talk about it with each other or whatever, but we're not in the center of it. This is being like wanting and enjoying and thriving and being in the center of it. So it's a bit different. You know what I mean? I think it needs to be distinguished. Like there's a difference. Okay, but anyways, they didn't show. So let's keep listening to some of this. I thought it was really interesting, some of what we heard. Don't think everything will be in this, and what's not, I'll try to touch on after. Okay.
Nor was there any legal representation supporting them both.
Can assure you of today is that if you call and get the ability to view this court hearing publicly, as is our right to do, you do not get a link to the prosecutor meeting, the municipal prosecutor meeting, which was what was recorded last time.
Well, the time before last. If you guys remember, one of the hearings was put out on YouTube. It was emailed out to creators. There was a bunch of drama around it. I'm not even up to speed with the drama, except to know there's an interesting update to that because one of the people who was emailed the link was Nonsense. And she's about to talk about that in just a second. I just want to say, I'm really happy to see some of you guys in the chat tonight. Thank you for being here. Yeah, right, Kelly. I hate drama unless it's someone else's. Then I'm here for it. Like watching on the outside is one thing. It's like soap operas. It's like reality TV. Being in the middle of it is a whole nother thing. Yeah, a total no-show. I agree, Marlena. And good to see you guys, Andy, Nikki, all of you. Okay, let's keep going. So what she said here, though, let's just regroup for a second. The link that went out it doesn't appear, or the recording that went out with that link, it doesn't appear it was recorded from the way that it looks when you're viewing as a member of the public. So she viewed as a member of the public, and she wasn't able to see this specific room or whatever for the prosecutor that was visible on that recording. So she's, assuming that that means that somebody who was given the link had to give it out, being somebody like one of the parties involved.
And emailed randomly
Okay.
to myself and Queen. What I find very interesting out of that whole situation is the only two people provided that
Kim,
link
I can't wait to talk
or
about
the ability
that.
to get into the prosecutor would be Brittany and Julie. There was one other party present, but unless he mirrored somebody else's name in the hearing already, that person was not a part of it. But what I find very problematic in this situation is Julie filed police reports on said court recording, which I don't care about.
Julie went and filed a report about this recording going out. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this. We see Madison puts here, it's a bit sus. I think that I fall in the opposite opinion. This is going to be interesting, but let's hear for a second what
But
she
Julie
says.
failed to provide information to her police with contact information for myself or Queen.
Now,
were
that's interesting.
Emailed a public YouTube link by an anonymous stranger. Julie filed the reports, used our information, but didn't provide contact details, real names.
Now,
anything.
that's sus.
So they
I'll
could
give
not
you
even
that.
follow up on complaints and ask for the forwarded email, who it was from, anything. So I have done that myself. I've taken the liberty of making sure that they were forwarded the link.
She sent the police the link. I'm telling I am pretty certain they're going to be able to find out who sent that link out. I'm glad that she sent it to him. I think that that's a good thing, and I'm really curious to find out who it was. Was it Julie? Was it Brittany? Was it somebody else? There's a small chance, that it could have been somebody else. But here's the thing. Julie filed a police report on it. So to me, that makes me think, why would she file a report if it was her? Because surely she would think the police would be able to access who sent that out, right? And then she would be in trouble. Filing a false police report is a big damn deal. So, that would definitely be an issue. Or would it be Brittany? Now, could they have given it to a mod or someone who gave it out without them knowing? There's also that. What I find interesting, and I do think is pretty suspicious, is Julie reports this to the police, mentions, so it's not like she didn't know that Queen and Nonsense were sent the link. She mentions them, but she doesn't provide any of their information. And does she have their information? I don't know. This is interesting. I can't wait to see, who do you guys think recorded this and sent it out? Do you think Julie would be stupid enough to be part of that and then report it to police? Does she think that not putting their contact information would somehow save her? Is it Brittany? Is it Brittany shared it with somebody and they shared it? I mean, we know she can't stop herself. She literally cannot help herself. Never Say Never says, BJ. Hey, Jonesy, thank you. I was just talking about you, and I'm going to talk about you more in a second. Just not really you, but just like very briefly what was said. Or like some of that back and forth. And let me see here. Tess, will you do me a favor and grab Jensen's link? And even specifically the live she just did. That'd be awesome. Shayna says, I don't see Brittany doing it. KCG, no, I don't think so. I think you're good. We're kind of at the beginning. I cannot believe she didn't show up. Disrespect to the court. I can't see Brittany doing it either, Shayna, but I can totally see her sharing it with someone she trusts. Right. And then that's definitely always a possibility. Kim says, the only thing that makes me question Brittany is Brittany made the statement she had somebody on the line with her, making sure she didn't forget to ask certain questions. Oh. But remember, they tried to say the same thing in Granny, so could be BJ tricks from Nick, or did Julie learn that per Nick? I don't know about that. Never say never. Jones, and I chose this background, by the way, on 420, and now I've kept it. Like, if you look, maybe you can see there's some special little plants hidden back there. War pigeon. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Pointer lover says BJ. Yeah, there's that. I don't know, but I truly do believe that since now they've gotten the link, I don't think it would be hard for them to find out who did it. I really don't. Okay, let's keep listening because there's more to this.
She knew my information. She's got my information. She got it in a YouTube complaint when she struck me. I find it very odd that she did not provide them contact details for the supposed investigation.
That is odd.
To even contact the
agree.
person or people who received the emails.
Again, would she be dumb enough still, even not providing that? Maybe she thought you guys would tell the truth about something else, or or would expose something else to the police. Maybe is she dumb enough to report this to the police and be part of it? That would be pretty insane. I would be surprised either way if it was directly either one of them, but sharing with someone else. Now I'm, especially if she made that statement, Brittany.
But I can verify today that whoever recorded the prosecutor side of things was either remote viewing through one of them, or they gave the link to somebody. Because otherwise, you go right into the judge. You don't even go into the prosecutor on the public one. Interesting, isn't it? Process of elimination is very interesting, considering there's somebody running around talking about remote viewing and being able to take over people's computers and stuff from a remote location. Anywho, that's beyond the point. But
I don't have a clue about that, but I don't watch the Julie stuff like that. I only watch when the reports came, like when 6 Up was trying to get those reports. I watched some of that. Like I'll watch the clip channel. So there's stuff that I'm not up to speed with.
Like I said, provided the court with the actual email because Julie failed to do so. She told everybody publicly that she turned me into the prosecutor and the detective, but she failed to give them information to be able to contact me, which I find extremely
Does she have
suspect.
her contact information?
However, I've been saying all along, this is lockout on lockout. All I care about is the facts and the truth. And the truth is, you probably shouldn't go live while you're supposed to be in court. You probably shouldn't take court proceedings lightly. You probably shouldn't slap the court, the judge, the prosecutor in the face with disrespect. Brittany. So
damn good and well Julie is going to tell them she was live on YouTube, right? Like that's what I was thinking about listening to some of this.
I was sitting in a court hearing where she failed to appear. And yes, FTAs have been issued for both.
And Brittany, I just got to say this really quick. Upset that Joneson said that your lying was a mental issue. Honestly, I think she's given it to you easy there because she said you couldn't control it. That it was like a compulsion at this point. She could just say you were manipulatively and very knowingly lying and like I think you are. I don't think it is necessarily something you can't help. I think maybe some of it, but so to get upset about that, please, that's giving you a break, dude. All right, let's keep going.
Her and Craig. See, I can publicly discuss because it was a public courtroom, so I can talk about what went down, and we can get the audio later. But it's pretty fucking sad.
Now, I don't think you can play the audio, like I said. Remember, because allegedly
I'm just a public viewer.
Got it.
No warrant, no bench warrant at the time, just a failure to appear. Just an FTA. And 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, if they do not appear again, then it'll progress. Well, she didn't even get ahead of that, Jasmine, and tell the judge or the court that she had extenuating circumstances and needed a continuance. And no, there was no attorney there. Another thing that I want to talk about before I get into dragging Brittany's ass for a minute, because unreal. I told you guys all along.
There was no attorney present for Brittany and Craig.
What I was doing was detailing Julie's words and BJ's. And here we are, where they're both misusing, issued, or whatever the case may be.
Okay,
We'll get
wait, that was
our systems.
important. I was just skipping
There will
around.
be an appearance in 2 weeks. If they fail to appear again, they will be, at that point in time, it'll be decided if a bench warrant's issued or whatever the case may be. We'll get into more of the details of that in a minute, but I want to show you what, instead of being in court, she was doing.
So the prosecutor was upset today, like to the point where she said he was talking about stepping down. And he said very clearly that he wanted to go for jail time, which I'm kind of shocked about that. And if they, like, again, appearance in 2 weeks, if there's another fail to appear, they'll talk about bench warrants, whatever. Oh my gosh, Cat's Cradle, thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Alex. This is Jim. I just wanted to show support. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, jail time. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, huh? And I'm assuming because they didn't show up and it, like the disrespect to the court, but she wouldn't say everything. But here's the thing, somebody's going to get that recording and we're going to know, because she said, the prosecutor said maybe he should step down, but I'm not going to say why, because I don't want it to be said I'm putting him in danger. And the judge said maybe you should. And he was very upset. He was like basically taking this personally. She also said the prosecutor was just going with Julie's facts. Like some of the shit was wrong and he was just repeating it. So that's disappointing. You know, that's not fair and it's not right. It should be based on the freaking facts, period. Well, he was talking about jail time tests, not if they don't show up, just like that's what he's going for, period. And I don't know how much. I wouldn't think it could be much. Seriously, like, I don't know, 30 days at the most. To me, nonsense was being careful about what she said. Absolutely, Madison. You guys, please go check out the link, Madison's link. There's some other videos too. There's a couple more that are several minutes long. There's one that's really quick I might play. I have pulled up, but it's a great channel. Please go check it out. Tess also dropped Johnson's link. And then the links for the sources for tonight are in the description. I hope I didn't forget any, but if I did, I'll fix it after. Yeah, it is interesting. So, yeah, and instead of being at court, I'm wondering, did she forget? And that's what I'm betting it is. You know, she literally has to be like drug around, held by the hand and babied like that. You know, but instead of being at court, she's on here bitching about people and bitching about the Joneson thing. You know, she's like, because Joneson said it's a mental issue, the compulsive lying, basically. And she said, have you ever thought that I lie to protect my family? You cannot be fucking serious. You cannot expect anybody to believe that dumb shit. You have lied about so many things that are not even relevant to that. It is unbelievable that you think anybody is fucking stupid enough to believe that. Now, I'm not saying that occasionally, once or twice, that hasn't happened. A lot of people withhold stuff to protect their family. But this is far beyond that, and it is actually fucking insulting that you would even say that and expect anybody to go. What the fuck? I couldn't believe that I heard that. How do you forget your court date? I'm telling you, she would. Because a lot of the people who were there trying to protect her, holding her hand through all of this, paying for her stuff, trying to help pay for her attorney, going to the meetings with the attorney, keeping track of everything, doing this, doing that, helping with this, helping with that. They're gone. They're gone because, you know, they were begging her to stop because they were getting drug into it and their families were getting drug into it and all kinds of shit. And she could not stop. She won't stop. And you're going to say you don't enjoy it. You thrive in it. It gives you I truly believe with all my heart, it gives a reason to be the victim and get a paycheck. So you will continue to lean into it. And it's easier than research. Which, I love Jones, and she is a dear friend of mine, but I heard her tonight when Brittany said something about like, I'm going to do some true crime tonight. And she's like, good, do it. Anything but drama, which I do agree with that. But when I hear her say she's going to do true crime, I'm like, oh God, please don't. Please do not get on here at 2:00 in the fucking morning playing some mother of a missing child snoring on the fucking mic, or playing some widow snoring, or playing the police talking about a gruesome crime scene. And, please. Please don't. So, yeah, victimhood does pay. That's so true. I don't know what reason has been given for the non-appearance or whatever, but I'm sure there will be one. There was none. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is really brief, and it is regarding her before we move forward, because there's a Bullhorn Betty and some Everyday with Jay Gray Hughes stuff I want to get into. These lives are never going to be on one topic. It's going to be anything I can find that's going on regarding true crime creators. I'll do, like I said, I want to talk about other locales, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to do that. I wanted to maybe start with shorts, but in these lives, it will just be related to trauma. Like, there are plenty, and I'm even, big people, Ashley Banfield, people like that put out misinformation or whatever. We'll talk about it. And yeah, so that's what we're going to get into in a minute. But I want to talk about something briefly. So the next stop on our map, which is all screwed up, we've, went to hell in a handbasket. And what did you freaking expect riding in this car with the broken ass GPS, the busted rear view window or rear view mirror? It's going to be a messed up ride. But I want to talk for a moment. And this is also Angela and Madison's channels kind of combined for this quick topic. So I have said over here, leave the baby. Let me take this off. Leave the baby alone. Stop talking about the baby. Why do you care? God, help your soul if you're passing around and judging photos of the baby and stuff. That's just sad. Honestly, leave the fucking baby alone. But I do want to touch on something, because I saw something from Angela today and this little short video from Madison. And it just like, I need to say this. Let's just play the really short video first from Madison. And then I'll grab the first part of the post and we'll get through that pretty quick. Okay.
She says, originally, I'm going to cut my bracelet off, but I'm waiting on my book to arrive. What? What book?
Let's hear what Brittany told everyone when she spoke about her reasons why she still had the wristband on.
That's why I haven't taken it off yet, because I ordered a
I know. I thought about you, Marlena.
I'm gonna put this, and I'm gonna put the clamp from her navel cord. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in there. I've got Neil's too.
Okay, so what book? And then obviously the next clip, you're talking about the book, right? A book. And Angela, her post, let's just go right on over here. She said, oh, no. Did you forget about court, dummy? I'm sorry. That's not it. But here, we almost need a chart for how many times this birth story has changed. And for those of you asking why it matters, because it's part of her grifting. She totally ignored the conflicting comment that Ivy Lee made yesterday about the morning she went to labor. And she shows like Ivy Lee says one thing, Brittany says another type of thing, right? And this part at the beginning. And for those of you asking why it matters, because it's part of her grifting. For me, it matters because why are you putting out all this information? Why are you talking about these things and then crying that people are pointing out inconsistencies? Stop talking about it. Don't put out like it's like you're asking for it. And I'm sorry, you're not a dumbass. You've been on here for years. You know exactly what you're doing. What are you doing? Stop putting out, let me put out all this private information, tell 10 stories about, tell 10 different stories about something that happened to me, and then be pissed that people are pointing out and being like, why are you talking about my personal life? Now, don't get me wrong, people take it too far, but also, and I agree, the grift is part of it. But also, it's just the flat out lies. What do you expect people to do? You cannot get on here and lie, 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 and then go, why are you calling me a liar? Kim said a minute ago here, I hate to tell Brittany, but once you're known as a liar and nobody believes you, nobody's going to believe you, even if you're telling the truth. This is like something you teach your kids, right? Like the boy who cried wolf. If you keep telling lies, we're not going to believe you if it's something serious, right? And this is just like I talked about with Lucy and from Lil Cal Wild, which she's not on there anymore, but they were trying to punish her. And I said, there is no worse punishment than being known as a fucking liar and someone who leaks people's private information. There's not. To me, I would hate, like, that would be the worst possible thing. Like, I wouldn't ever even come back to social media. I just can't imagine, like, not seeing that. Like, why would you? I don't know. I want people to know if they hear something from me that they trust me, that they know I'm not just going to bullshit them to bullshit them. Isn't that important to you? Don't you care about that? Like, or no, and maybe she does, but the urge to grift is just so strong. It's like, and I'm not saying she's addicted to drugs or anything like that, but it's like people who are addicted, right? They will, ask their mom for money and tell them something that's just completely not believable at all. But in the moment, if it works to get the money, then they'll do it, and I whatever. I think part of the karma is just being known as somebody who lies nonstop like that. Don't forget, she almost died. Yeah, you guys know I've talked about it on here for years. I had an extremely traumatic birth with Bentley. He was born 8 weeks early. He was in the NICU for less than 2 weeks, but he could have been in there for up to 8 weeks. That's what they tell you, like your expected due date. Don't be surprised if they're in there that long. I had a very rare but dangerous variant of preeclampsia called HELP syndrome, HELLP. It was the scariest time of my life. I had a doctor's appointment coming and I just wasn't feeling super good. I was feeling tired, and all of a sudden I started itching all over so bad. I was like itching until I could itch till I was scratching my skin open, like bleeding, and it wasn't helping. I was using any kind of itch cream. It wasn't helping. That was like the toxins being released in my body. But I go to the doctor. They send me to the hospital next to the doctor's office. Then I'm transferred to a big university hospital. And within a few hours, I'm put to sleep. And they took Bentley 8 weeks early. They didn't even have time to do the 2 steroid shots. I got 1 when I was at the first hospital. It was absolutely traumatizing. It changed my life. I was already on the path of recovery, right? New at it, but very, very new, because that's what actually got me on that path, was even just being pregnant. But it just changed my life. It made me realize that how quick life can, just in a matter of a snap of a finger, everything can change, and you can lose literally everything. And you can feel good one day and the next day just be ill with something that could take your life. It just scared me to death, and it made me realize that I wanted to live my life a certain way. You know, just trying to be the best version of me I could be every single day, and knowing how lucky I was, and that just feeling absolutely blessed. So I'm here to say, I'm not going to say anybody's lying or anything or what happened, but when you experience an event like that, it will change you. It rocks your fucking soul. Okay, it literally changes you. It morphs you into a like if you're like a Pokemon, it changes you from like to your next level. So maybe that's the case, and maybe we'll see some changes. You know, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I'm not here to talk. Like I said, I don't want to get into the baby talk and stuff. I just want people to leave the baby alone. She's a little innocent baby, you know, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I will say I heard about this bracelet stuff. And I didn't get one of those. This was 9 years ago. I was in West Virginia as well. And also my HELP syndrome cleared up before I left the hospital. So I also had blood transfusions because part of HELP syndrome, it stands for, oh gosh, what is it? Something elevated liver enzymes, low platelets. Hypertension, elevated liver enzymes, low platelets, the HELLP. And the low platelets caused me to bleed out during the C-section, which I was asleep, so I don't remember any of this. And I had to have 2 separate blood transfusions. Each were 2 bags, so like 4 little bags. And I remember I was like stuck. They wouldn't let me get out of the bed, and it was like maybe 8 hours for each or something. But I didn't get like any bracelet or even any really. I remember the doctor looking at me and saying, "Well, you took the cure." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, you had the baby." He's like, all your numbers are like going back to normal. Your blood work looks great." And that was like 2 days later, and I ended up going home shortly after. But I know that some people do have like have blood pressure even afterwards and stuff. But yeah, that's just my experience. I agree. My birth was traumatic, and it absolutely changed me along with my son. Hey, Wolfie. Yeah, that was my experience. Evolve. Hey, Wolfie. You know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, that shit changed me forever. So yeah, but you know what? I did not have high blood pressure. And I will say another thing that I got at the hospital really not long before I was taken in for surgery was magnesium. And they give you that so you don't have a stroke. Even though with my HELP syndrome, my blood pressure was normal. I just had all the other symptoms. But they still gave me the magnesium to keep you from having the stroke. And they gave me so much that they had to counteract it with like potassium or something else that they gave Bentley when he was born. But that shit was terrible. It was like hot flashes, like, oh my God, it's just, you feel so, just so terrible and sick and hot and just, it was the worst experience. So that is my experience. That's, whatever. I come here for the truth. Well, Selma, I'm going to give it to you, girl. And thank you for being here. And hey, guilty of crime. There's no way I would ever sacrifice my calm, nurturing bonding time with my newborn for YouTube drama ever. Same, K-Bird. But, I guess everybody's different. Like some people escape here, right? This is their little escape from what they're going through. For me, when I'm going through something like with my family or that adds like more stress or whatever, I'm like I isolate myself. You know what I mean? I'll kind of want to be alone and not talk to anybody. But like when I'm going through something with my family, I'm either isolated or with my family. Like that's just me personally, but everybody's different. So I have told this birth story a lot of times on my channel, on my main channel, because it's like kind of part of my recovery story. And I just decided at one point I was just going to be like as open as I could about all that stuff, even the stuff that was not very nice sounding, like it wasn't good stuff. But so yeah. I was blessed. I carried like a truck with all 6 of mine. The last 4 were twins. Oh my gosh, Kim. That's freaking awesome. 2 sets of twins. Thank you, user. Me too. All right. So my whole point in all of that was just, if you want to share whatever and people hear, whether it's about your personal life or it's about your favorite color and what you made for lunch, right? If you tell 2 different stories, if right now you say, well, I made mac and cheese for lunch, and then tonight you say, damn, that spaghetti at lunch was good. I loved that tomato sauce on those noodles. Like, people are going to go, whoa, you fucking ate mac and cheese, you said. It's not that they're obsessed with what you're eating. It's that you fucking lie. So when you talk about these things, these private things, and the story doesn't add up and people point it out, what can you do? It's not that they're obsessed with your private life. It's that you're talking about it and you're lying. Like, what do you actually expect? That was my whole point with all that. But listen, I told y'all we were hanging out and we're still going to be here for a while. So I'm about to smoke a left-handed cigarette and watch a video with you guys in a moment. In just a moment, maybe, if we get there. But thank you, Madison. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. As dumb as mac and cheese. Okay, so that was it. That was everything I want to talk about. Let me just double check my little, because sometimes I make little notes in my phone and make sure there is nothing before we move on. Because there's a quick video from Betty. I think I'm still backwards on our map. But again, this is janky ass fucking drama district or whatever you want to call it. The maps are fucked up here and the GPS doesn't work. And you have to bang on the screen a couple times to get it to show up all the way. So, all right, let's see. Prosecutor misinformed, wants your ass in jail. I wrote, this is my notes and I'm not lying. Brittany J, is you okay? Lie, 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 lie. Why are you accusing me of lying? Getting more info from people? Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say. Those messages that come out like, yeah, what if they send me more info? You cannot say you don't go real life. Well, first of all the court stuff, but besides that, if you're waiting for more information about people, like, I don't know, that just seemed really sketchy to me. That's literally you just wanting people's private info, and maybe you wouldn't use it. Maybe you would tell someone else and they would post it on their channel or something. I don't know, but it just didn't look good to me. Especially when you're accusing that everybody's going too far on you. You would think that you would just like absolutely not turn around and do the same thing. But and then the protection thing, that's bullshit. So that is it. Now I want to transition to Betty. I think my map says we're going to Every Day with Jay next, maybe. Yeah, but that's a lie. Okay. It's again all screwed up. So because Betty is just a short, I saw this. I just wanted to check since we had talked about her and her lawsuit recently and, her attacking Sebastian's parents more and legally. I thought, let's go to her channel and just see what the hell's going on over there. And then I ran across this short and I really couldn't believe it. So let me just pull it up. There's nothing else I can even say. It's called Live Highlights. Okay. And you know what? A lot of people forget and like leave out. Betty was part of the injunction too. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, even I feel like I kind of forgot that. Send it to me. I saw the one on Angela's post, Wolfie, about the doctor's appointment. It's like, if you're telling multiple stories and your mods have multiple stories, of course you're going to be called a liar. But I can't and don't with her. Listen, people forget she's part of the injunction. She's now suing, Sebastian's county, and Sebastian's parents. I just find it disgusting, considering she's been attacking them all over social media from the beginning, making accusations. Let's be clear about something. And all these people, and I mean on both sides, I'm talking about Betty and all the ones that were accusing Katie and Chris, and I'm talking about all the ones that were accusing Seth. I found it gross. I really did. I couldn't even talk about that case on my true crime channel because I felt like it was being exploited so much, and you don't want to add to that. But the fact is that all the coverage about that case has just turned into drama, and it fizzled out. And now you just have the people going like back and forth with each other at this point, and it's really sad. It's really fucked up. I can't. But this is not regarding that. That's what made me go look at her channel and look for an update. This blew my mind. Let's just play it. I'm going to try not to pause, even though I know I'm going to want to, about right here, 3 seconds in. But here we go.
People that are idiots out here. I just want to let you guys know, if you're out there in the big bad world, I don't like white liberals, okay? When it comes to my racism, I am a racist against white liberals. So if you're a white liberal, this is not your channel, okay? I'm America first. I'm a MAGA first. I'm Bullhorn Betty. And I love President Trump. And if that drives you absolutely insane, this is not your channel. Okay, I can promise you, people that are idiots out here. I just want to let you guys know, if you're out there in the big bad world, I don't like white liberals, okay? When it comes to my racism, I am a racist against white liberals.
Excuse me. I thought your channel was about awareness. I thought your channel was about the missing. How many merch items do you have, or have you had in the past about that? Honestly. And now your channel is not for white liberals. You can't stand white fucking liberals. You love Donald Trump. And if you don't fall in line, this ain't your channel. Huh? But if you have a channel for awareness, wouldn't you want just anybody and everybody to watch? Like, wouldn't you feel like, even for me and my true crime channel, which isn't necessarily for awareness, it's not. However, I will use it for that if I can, and I can help in any way. But it was out of just my genuine interest in the topic overall and what's going on in the psychological stuff behind true crime. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't get on there. For one, I don't really have trust in the right or the left. I think a lot of it is just bullshit and keeping us fighting with each other instead of really paying attention to what's going on. But let's say, my stomach is growling, y'all. I'm so sorry. But let's say that I did have a really strong opinion, right? Like I've told you guys before, I did vote for Joe Biden. I don't know that I felt good about my vote at the end. However, if I would have voted for Trump, like in this election, I'd be crying about it now too. Like, they never do what they say. But I don't believe in either side. I don't believe in either one of those men. I find all of them to be liars and grifters. And if I did have a really strong opinion, I wouldn't want to alienate half the people who watch me. I just wouldn't want to do that. I can't imagine, I just find this gross and disgusting. It's like your channel obviously isn't about awareness, like you say. And if it's a true crime channel, it's not right to make it it's not right. It ain't right. This is just the tip of all the things that ain't right over there, and I'm well aware of that, but this is a current one that was just posted, and I can't believe it. How offensive. And let me tell you what, while I do not believe that there's really many trustworthy people in politics, I definitely believe that there are a lot of people on both sides that are just genuinely really good people who want the best for us as want the best for humanity and just want to live life and be able to pay their bills and take care of their family. one of the biggest reasons I voted the way I did and voted for a Democrat was because of wanting everybody to be accepted. And while I know that can be taken too far as well, there can be too much of anything with a lot of these extremes. A lot of people, you don't know why they vote how they vote. And maybe they do it out of love or care or concern or something going on in their lives. This is just fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. But also, what about Hispanic liberals or African American liberals? I guess, are you cool with them? It's only the white ones that you have the problem with. Why? Why only the white liberals? Like, I'm really curious about that. African American liberals, Hispanic liberals, Asian liberals, like, how do you feel about them?
People that are idiots out here. I just want to let you guys know if you're out there in the big bad world, I
Hold
don't
on.
like white.
When you hear Betty say, yeah, people who are idiots out here, ma'am. Okay. Sorry.
People that are
Gotta hit
idiots out
him.
here. I just want to let you guys know if you're out there in the big bad world, I don't like white liberals. Okay. When it comes to my racism, I am a racist against white liberals. So if you're a white liberal, this is not your channel. Okay. I'm America first. I'm a MAGA first. I'm Bullhorn Betty. And I love President Trump. And if that drives you absolutely insane, this is not your channel.
I'm
And
America
promise
first.
people that are
I'm
idiots
MAGA
out here.
first.
I just want to let you guys.
I'm Bullhorn Betty. Like, okay. Crazy mama, I get to see you. I don't judge anyone how they vote. You don't, right? Because you don't know why. Like, people have their reasons. You don't know. Maybe they're afraid of paying more taxes and they already can't afford to take care of their family. They're already struggling. And they think, okay, if I vote for a conservative, then that's less government, lower taxes, which, that's what they claim. Okay, anybody should be able to understand that. I didn't like this at all. Hey, Johnny. You're a hate monger first. Yeah. I can't with BHB. So, okay, you guys, that is the last thing for that. Let's see what Woofy sent because I want to move on to Every Day with Jay and Gray Hughes. I didn't even get to see what actually happened. I just saw the video and saved it so we could watch it together. And that's what we're going to do. But let me just take a look at this. One sec. Okay. So, another thing, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I see that one of the mods in Brittany's chat are talking about dropping a nurse's channel. We're talking about dropping a nurse's channel to find out where she works. And people like that don't need to have their jobs. Hospitals don't play about their nurses being nasty like that on social media. But then you cry that people take it too far on you. But then you might be too scared to do something and you surround yourself with people who will do it. I find it really gross. Oh, what if they give me more info? I'd like to pass that along to somebody to have them post it on their channel. No, that's not cool, dude. Lady fucking T, good to see you. I was just thinking about you. Like, I don't think I had seen you since your birthday. But anyways, that's just gross. Stop. Stop. You're not above anyone. And honestly, at this point, yeah, a lot of lowdown shit has happened to her, but she's participated in so much lowdown shit. Like, I can't even, I mean, what do you expect? What do you really expect? What do you expect to happen? What do you expect? What do you expect when you say 20 different lies? People are going to point them out. What do you expect when you surround yourself and have mods who are threatening to post people's and call people's jobs and things like that? What do you expect? Then if somebody does something to you, calls a family member, fucking goes to your mother-in-law's social media, what do you expect? You do it to other people. Or your friends do. And you keep them right there beside you. Oh my God, that's just gross. Anyway, that was just sent to me, so I wanted to touch on it. But let's see what this is about. So, let me see here. Every Day with Jay, I guess I thought I sent it to myself, but I can pull it up really easy. She uploaded a video that I saw that says Gray Hughes had a full tantrum on me. And I was like, okay, we need to watch this. I want to see what this is about. So that was one of the stops that we were going to make today on our little trip around these dirty, dirty streets. These damn horror cows. Look at them. They're fucking nuts. They're terrifying and they're terrified. Okay. But yeah, Every Day with Jay. ChatGPT kept changing her face and my face. Even there, I don't look anything like myself. But let's see what this is about, because Gray Hughes, I'll give credit where credit is due. This is as far as I was able to watch earlier, 2:33. But we're going to rewind. We won't watch it all. The link is in the description. I'll give credit where credit is due and say Gray Hughes has done some really great work as far as maps, as far as models and different true crime stuff. The way his brain works is really pretty interesting and pretty great, right? Like, he's able to look at things and see things that we're not everybody's able to see. And so he has a true crime channel that's over 100,000. I mean, and he does well. He donates to different fundraisers every month, and that's a big deal over there, and they make a big thing of it, which is great. I freaking love that. But he does beg, demand, push, yell, and scream at people to donate. I will say that. And he goes off sometimes. So we're gonna see what he had to say here. I'm neutral. I'm going in this as a neutral party. We're gonna watch and see and give our thoughts. This is what's going on. What else was I gonna say about him? There was something else. If it comes to me, I'll pause. But there was something coming, hippie chick, but it left. It left. It was like, fuck this. I cannot be in this stinking ass, nasty ass car with the fumes coming inside the car, making me dizzy and shit. On this nasty ass street with all these nasty people. I mean, this is the way I picture it. Drama district, drama drive, whatever you want to call it. You gotta be careful. There are a lot of people out on the street begging and pleading. There's a lot of liars, a lot of scammers. You might get conked over your head and taken for your lunch money. You might end up stopping at a red light and having some lady, can you please help? Asking you to buy shit for her family, for her baby, for her wish list, for her car, pay her bills. I mean, for her attorney. You never know. Every few feet, there's going to be somebody asking for something. I just picture them as little, people standing on the side of the road with their signs. We'll beg for money. We'll stream for attention. And on this drive today is this situation. So, dumpster district. Allie, I hope you're wearing your seatbelt though, Allie. Shh, it doesn't work. It doesn't click all the way in. Like, it's one of the old ones that, like, you got to do the waist and the chest part works. When I shut my door, it goes, and like barely comes like across the chest, but the waist part doesn't click. So I'm kind of wearing it. All right, here we go. Let's see what this is about.
Did it. Yeah, she's such a pathetic person.
I'll try, crazy mama.
Says the guy who sits there in his streams and goes, "How come I only have 80 people here? I can't run this channel that way with just 80 people here. Dude, he called one of his supporters and left a voicemail and said, "Huh, I've seen you another chance. How come you're..."
Oh my. I will say some cases they will have really low number. True crime is weird. You know, people are going to come depending on if it's something they're interested in. Sometimes maybe just to support you, but oftentimes it's based on what you're talking about, and that's that. And it is really unfortunate when more people don't care about some of that stuff. It sucks. And it's not even about like even for him saying that, it's not even to me necessarily about views or people watching or getting subscribers or anything. It's just sucks that more people don't care about some of this stuff. Good to see you, Amber. I hope you have those sexy heels on with your hazmat suit. You know it, but unfortunately, one of my heels has fucking bubble gum all over the bottom of it from this damn street. Kim says, does Jay donate? Last I heard, she was asking for a generator and money to have a wedding. Just saying, I don't think she should be calling anybody out. Just my opinion. I don't know if she does. I guess we'll hear, Kim. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying, does she donate to Gray? Duh, I'm dumb. You mean her channel, and at least he donates for. Yeah, and I do agree with that. I appreciate that. I think that's really cool.
Not mine.
Right.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
I'm like, does she donate to him? Nah, I doubt it, but we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, you're so riveting.
What did it say? The infant in utero would have been Lemir's third child.
Okay, we're going to skip a little
That
bit.
makes his third child.
Talking about a case.
I haven't had time to look at the email. But yeah, that loser YouTuber. I mean, you know, the thing is it has been harder on my channel to reach the goals, and you know, and a lot of it's because of them, and then it gets harder and harder.
Because of them. Because I watched a few of YouTube bad actors videos. We are the demise of his channel. If it was that easy to be the demise of someone's channel, a lot of us would not be here anymore.
Harder and harder for me, and then it's more and more frustrating. And they feed off of that shit.
Wait. Okay. So YouTube bad actors. I have seen that name in many chats. I'm going to pull up the channel. I didn't realize. Okay. Let's see what's on their channel, but let's keep listening.
So, you know,
Hold on,
I don't
let's
know
see here.
how
Thank
else
you,
to
Kata.
do it other than
YouTube
to say, hey, guys, if you have the ability to help support the
actors.
channel and try to do something.
How about we
my
say
channel's
this?
made a huge
Everybody
difference
close
over-
your leg. Everybody coming in, close your legs.
How about we say this? Welcome to motherfucking Cooterville, Kata Bug.
Oh my goodness. Nana.
the years.
Little Nana.
Massive. You know, we're talking almost $300,000 to, you know, over 100,000 combined to Texas EquiSearch, RAIN, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Oh, that's
fucking
wonderful. How much
awesome.
did that save you on your yearly taxes, Gray?
Aw.
And you know what? As many good deeds as you do, it doesn't change what a shit person you are on the inside, because it's all a farce. Yeah, him and Trisha would be a great couple. Which means his freaks have given him over $1 million.
Oh, okay. So YouTube bad actors wasn't in. I don't know why I was thinking they were in his, but I don't see somebody donating for a tax break, but that's just my opinion.
A lot of
Keep
fucking
listening.
money.
And yes, there's nights I get frustrated. I don't understand, you know, like yesterday. I mean, what an absolute embarrassment. And, you know, so this stupid dipshit Jay is for Justice, really an absolute moron, a really dumb person, technically, like literally.
I'm sorry. Listen, if I was her, I would have laughed at this on a really dumb person, technically. Just so, like, very dry. Very dumb person, technically.
And yes, there's nights I get frustrated. I don't understand, like yesterday. I mean, what an absolute embarrassment. And so this stupid dipshit Jay is for Justice, really an absolute moron, a really dumb
Dipshit moron.
person, technically. Like
Technically, like,
literally, if you were gonna do a study, she's one of the dumbest people
Oh.
you've ever seen.
Oh my God. I can't understand getting mad about somebody like talking shit about you, obviously, but also the way he said it was just like comical. A really dumb moron, technically, literally. Like if you were gonna do a study on the world's dumbest people, there they are. That would be them. Okay.
Oh, if you were going to do a study,
What?
I would be the dumbest person you've ever seen. Laxi, he is to his mail order bride. Yeah, I said it. He's married to his mail order bride, whom
Oh
he
God.
used to tell that she could not come in the fucking room when he was streaming back in the day. Remember that?
I don't know anything about that, and I'm not getting
I
involved
remember.
with
Hi,
that.
Colette.
Let's see it. I want to just hear
And
his
she
part.
can't figure anything out. So all she does is take other people's work. Or if there's something sensationalistic, she attacks those people because it's cool.
That's not true though. As again a neutral party that's not affiliated with either side, I have talked to Jay, and I went on our panel to talk about Brittany a long time ago when she had Kim on bashing me. And I appreciated the opportunity to be able to speak to the people that were hearing the bullshit about me, right? That I wouldn't have been able to reach otherwise on my own platforms at the time, especially. But not being affiliated with either one, she does a lot of true crime stuff that she's just reading articles and going through different stuff, but also reviews people. But everybody reviews people. It's commentary. Like that's what this is. Even if you're not reviewing other YouTubers, you're reviewing, the news and different places like that. So that's just I don't agree with that part. Let's keep
Cool.
listening.
Oh, because it's cool. Something sensationalistic. I attack because it's cool. I know. Do we need the violin? Where's my little violin? Here it is. Got it right here for you, Gray Hughes. He's so stupid.
Her and I have really never gotten along because of
Why do they always
just
have
how
to bring it
unethical she is as a
to
YouTuber.
real life? Now, if somebody called me unethical, this is where I would see rage. But I agree with you, Crazy Mama. Why does the wife and why do we have to go at people's family, talk about their family? It's just not something I'm gonna ever be a part of. I've had people do it to me. Did I fucking get on here and turn around and do the same thing? Fuck no. I had stupid fucking Kim and Crafton talking all kinds of shit about my parenting, just some made up, unbelievable shit. Wasn't true at all. Did I get on here and talk about their parenting, their kids, anything? Fuck no. You know why? Because I don't believe in doing that. I think it's wrong, no matter what. And just because somebody does something to you, are you going to retaliate? Are you going to be an asshole back? Yeah, but you don't have to stoop to those lows. As a matter of fact, that's when you lose the argument. When you stand on your ground and you're not willing to go to these lows like they are, there's nothing else that needs to be said. It's just like, there's a certain group of people who will constantly say that me, Melissa, that a few of us think we're better than people, and why do we speak out about this but not this, and we just think we're too good, blah blah blah, whenever we like drama too. No, that's not true. It's I'm sorry that you see me that way, because you're willing to go real life on people, deal with their legally with police, with courthouses, with, pretend all the low down shit that's happened. And we don't do that. So you might think in your head, whatever you think about us, but no. Yeah.
She's
Whatever.
one of the most
I don't know where I
unethical
was getting
people
with
there
that,
ever
but
was.
you know.
In the Heidi Broussard case, she was accusing, just like she always does, accusing the father of the child over and over.
Oh my God. We all thought Shane did it.
Okay, so pause. I have to agree. So I was watching at the time. I was a subscriber of hers. I was following this case. Did she? I agree with both of them. Did she accuse him? Yes. Did everybody think he did it? Yes. And this was a huge, I have talked about this with you guys many times on my true crime channel. This was a big lesson for me with true crime, the Heidi Broussard case. It taught me that I don't care how guilty somebody looks. I don't care how awkward they are in an interview. I don't care if the whole internet is pointing their finger saying it's them. They could be innocent because everybody was blaming Shane Carey. Pretty sure his last name was Carey. I know his name was Shane. Was blaming him for killing Heidi, and he's literally, they've just had a baby together just right before. His baby has been stolen. She's missing. Everyone's blaming him. And there she is at her best friend's house who was trying to steal her baby and had Heidi in the trunk of her car out in the yard. So it really taught me that things are not the way they appear. People can make anything appear to be true on social media if they're a good storyteller, if they have a little bit of circumstantial evidence, whatever. They can make it look like it's true. Don't believe it unless you know for a fact, because things aren't what they seem on the internet. And especially when it comes to true crime and accusing somebody. I mean, going through the worst time of his life, his baby was fucking missing. Newborn baby. So yeah, they're both right. She did blame Shane. Gray is right, but she's also right. Everybody was. And that's really freaking unfortunate.
And we didn't do it over and over and over. Could you exaggerate anymore? You're such a dick.
Kim, I don't know if anybody apologized. My God, I would hope so. So I wasn't covering the case on my channel. I think I made a video about it like after the fact on TikTok, but I was just following it, and I don't recall anybody. Like I said, though, I even believed it. I mean, that is god awful. And that's how she got her. That's one of the reasons Jay's channel like blew up. She was live at the time that it was announced that Heidi was found in Megan, I think her name was, in her yard in the car. And Jay was live doing an interview with somebody, like a friend or something. And when it all happened, like it was kind of crazy the way it all went down. And that's why she went on Dateline to talk about that case.
Take precaution, because there is major bullshit.
Yeah,
detected.
the Watts case.
Hey,
Kim,
Hawkeyes,
there's a
you're
lot
not
of
going to
them
like
like
this
that.
one.
Look at,
Over and over and over.
let's pause for a minute. Look at Sebastian. Missing kid, not even being talked about anymore. But the internet, the whole fucking internet pretty much, or the true crime community at one point, thousands of people in chats on both sides accusing and blaming both parents. Look how Katie looks at him when they eat. Oh my God, she heard a thud and didn't go in there and check on him. Oh my God, what about this? Oh my God, Seth, why would Seth show him Mortal Kombat? How awful. Playing a game like that with him. Oh my God, why is Seth doing a prayer vigil begging for his child to come back like that? Oh my God, why is Seth on his channel, on his YouTube channel, crying? How dare him, while people go live about him every fucking day? The whole I'm still disgusted with what happened with that case. And it's part of what made me want to do this channel, and speak out about it. Also, the Quentin Simon stuff. But I am sorry, the way that both of those parents, no one has been arrested. No one has been named a person of interest. Police literally say there's no evidence that either one of them were involved. Yet the mother, Brittany and her friends watching the interview with her. Look at her face. She's swollen. Oh my God, is she drinking? And then you have the other side, right? Granny and Clue and them that were pointing out the stuff about Seth. It was awful how intense things got with that case. And look, maybe people do have strong feelings about some of this stuff, but at the end of the day, like I said, things are not the way they appear. So just because of that alone, just because we know that to be true, we have seen it time and time again, that should be enough to make you take a step back and go, even if I have these strong feelings, it's not right to accuse somebody. But it keeps happening and it's disgusting and I hope it stops. Like, I get it. I understand it being passionate and feeling like and just not like, for instance, with Summer Wells in that case, I didn't accuse anybody flat out, but I was way too critical and judgmental of grieving parents. When they would get on here drunk and fighting, I would get on here and judge them for it rather than, and at the time I would say, of course, anybody would want to drink going through this. But yeah, the way I reacted to it was totally wrong. So I get it. Like, I'm not above anybody. I'm not trying to say that at all. Like, I'm right there. I just want to say, like, we all have to do better and not do that shit anymore.
Again. It was endless, a barrage. Every second of every day, she would attack the.
Hey, Nanya. Hey, fur baby.
Every second of every day, she would attack
It was
Shane.
awful crazy, Mama. Me too, eventually.
Father. And then she had these panels on there.
Oh,
and somebody on the panel goes, "Oh my God, they've arrested the friend of Heidi." And then they went,
Yes.
"Oh," and then it broke the news. And she claimed
Yes,
all the
Amy.
credit for it. Like she's the one who broke the news. No, some idiot, some person on the panel.
What? Hey, why do you gotta call people idiots?
That's what
We
I
actually
was
did a
telling
really
you
good
guys
job that
about.
night. I will say that
Let's see
me
what
and the
she
girls
says.
that I had on panel, we did a fucking fantastic job on that panel. We handled it with profession. We handled it with empathy. And no one would have ever
I'm sorry. We handled it with profession.
come on your panel. That's why you're mad. Because no one likes you. Because you need to eat worms because you're just jealous.
Aussie? Oh, thank you, Crazy Mama. And I feel the same
You're
way
just a
with you.
fill-in. When they call you, they're like, "Oh my God, we had a guest cancel. Great, can you fill in?" You're an asshole.
I mean, I don't think that's true. They have him on all the time because of his models and different stuff he does. I mean, I think it's probably true. He's a bit of an asshole, right? But also he's very good at what he does. I saw Grandma Sherry wrote in here earlier that he had said he was autistic, and I could see that with the way that like his brain works, and like I said, a different way than ours. And he's able to do some really cool stuff with true crime models and maps and stuff because of that. So
Nobody likes you.
okay. Let's see what else he says.
Wait, I got a soundbite for that.
Was wrong again. She's a loser. Okay. Technically so she was wrong again. She's a loser. Okay.
Dude, can you look up for like a hot second? Why are you like this? She's a loser. What are you looking at?
I'm
What
sorry.
the fuck are you
What are you
looking down
looking
at?
at?
Okay.
A lot of people do that.
So she was wrong again. She's a loser. Okay. Technically a loser.
Technically a loser. What makes you technically a loser? Like, what's the technical part there? A lot of people don't look at their like camera because they have a monitor or their screen is somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's totally normal. You'll see it all the time. Somebody will be on camera. Whoa, I was about to leave the whole site altogether. Somebody will be on camera. Instead of looking at their camera, they're kind of looking over here. If I'm looking at my chat, I'm looking over here. It's normal. What are the qualifications to be technically a loser? He said something like that a few minutes ago, Nanya. He's like, literally, she is technically a piece of shit. Literally, like just his words. I was like, how do you even get mad at somebody like talking shit about you like this? So the way he says it is so funny. I would have to laugh.
And that is it. I don't know what you can listen to whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
I've given my heart and soul to being a YouTuber for 10 years.
It's true.
Your heart and soul.
Hey, I've given
It
my heart
hasn't
and
paid
soul.
off.
And I
We
got a
should
lot
have
less
drank for this for
than him.
sure. Hey, Gray. Chris has a message for you.
Oh,
To account the money.
Thank you so much,
Casey
Tata
said that
Bug.
is not true about the
Don't be nasty
ASD.
sometimes.
Let me tell
Thank
you
you so
what.
much.
Hold the hell up. I got to pause on that. I have given my heart and soul to my YouTube channels, both of them. You know, my heart and soul into the recovery series, into the cases I talk about, even into the silly shit I do, right? That's still my heart and soul, like these damn horror cows. Y'all, when I made this, if I am not lying, I laughed out loud like for a minute. Like for real, because their faces were just so funny. They are fucking terrified, and they're terrifying, okay? They're horror cows. But that's part of my heart and soul too. I mean, I'm right there with him on that. And I've got a lot less subscribers than him out of it. And it's not all about that. It's not all about like, you know, it's just not what it's about for me anyway.
Tata Bug. Don't be nasty sometimes.
I feel like I deserve way more support and
Yes,
just,
KCG,
like, we've
I'll
done so
ask
many
her.
great things here, but because of the constant barraging and haranguing
Whoa, what the fuck?
by
Haranguing?
this few of these
Barraging and haranguing?
people in this community, and they keep going over and over and over
What
again
is that?
of
Haranguing?
defamatory statements. It's created an atmosphere where it's a struggle. Okay. It's a struggle. It makes it harder. Everybody's, oh, that's that gray guy. Oh, he's the guy who's always asking for money on his show. Yeah, every
It's
single
true.
night, you guys, I try to reach a goal.
Oh my gosh, Selma.
Maybe you should take some of this
Thank you.
as constructive criticism.
Hold up.
You guys,
I freaking missed this. I am so sorry. I hope you're still here. Thank you so much. That was really sweet. I appreciate that. Well, it was only 10 minutes ago, so hopefully you are. Thank you. You saved me from the Kim BS. Thank you.
please
We've
hit
been
the
through
thumbs
some
up,
shit
man.
over the
Please hit
years,
the thumbs
y'all.
up.
We've been through some shit. Okay. If
so
it-
that my
ain't your
channel
heart
can
and soul, I don't
survive,
know what
and
is.
we have money to donate to true crime related charities. Last month was a terrible month, and I still just said, screw it, and donated $3,000 out of the income
Oh, my
to various.
KCG.
Oh, you just, out
We're
of the
about
goodness
done
of
here,
your
and I'm
own
just
heart,
hanging out.
you didn't make the goal, but you just had $3,000 to just throw in there anyways. Fuck you, Gray.
Just true crime related charities. This month is way worse than last month. Okay.
Next
He's
month's probably
obviously
gonna be-
donating out of the goodness of his heart, in my opinion. Look, there's Kresha. I love Kresha. She's been doing a lot of good stuff on Web Sleuths and that fucking mess. But also, I do believe that, I mean, nobody donates every month a lot of money, thousands of dollars over time, thousands and thousands, if it's not out of the goodness of their heart. Come on. You know what I mean? And it's honestly the right thing to do, in my opinion, especially if you're doing true crime stuff. And he does very serious true crime. Of course, he does give opinions, but most of the time his opinions are against like jumping on to blaming people and kind of debunking stuff. But I always thought it's good to donate, like when you're like here and there when you can, right? On my channel, I do the same thing. I donated to a nonprofit that helped find Gannon. We did a couple fundraisers and raised like $6,000 or $7,000 total. I donated to that nonprofit of the family members that they created out in Idaho. And I know there's others, and just when I can, and it hasn't been a ton, like maybe $100. It was like 100 to each of those things. But just it's the right thing to do, even if you can't do a ton, even if you can't do it all the time. Like when you can, if you are earning money at AdSense or anything off of talking about this stuff, in my opinion, I think it's the right thing to do. I appreciate that he does it for real. He don't have to. It ain't for a tax break. Come on now. In my opinion, I don't see
Even
that.
worse.
So
It just
a lot of it's because of these people. That's why
regardless
I
of how you
store their
feel about him.
information. And at some point, if it
Wait, what? What the fuck did you just say? You fucking weirdo.
because of these people. That's why I store their information.
What? Whose fucking information are you storing? And what kind of information, weirdo? This is a little fucking creepy. No? What information and where is he getting information from?
Well, the way he said it was certainly odd, right? I'm storing people's information. But again, he talks pretty like in an odd way anyways. So ooh, Nunya says, I appreciate helping others. I don't appreciate how he goes about collecting, in my opinion. Right, because he like kind of yelled, like, I don't know. I don't watch a ton of them, but I know I've definitely seen him kind of yelling or kind of bitching and fussing about not getting donations and stuff like that. And I don't like that either. I agree with you. Hey, Past. Good to see you. I agree.
What a fucking weirdo.
He's weird with his
guys think
speech.
this is
That's
weird?
just the way he is, in my opinion.
We got
I don't.
Trisha over here.
I
got
don't like painting
IPs.
people as weirdos, right? Unless they literally like really show you technically that they're a weirdo. I'm sorry, I had to use the technically, literally. To me, it's just not something I'm gonna jump to. I'm more likely to jump to. He talks in a pretty strange way. He uses some interesting vocabulary. Again, as the
He could
neutral
fuck directly off if he wants a
middleman in
lawsuit.
this.
What he said about me, you haven't even
He
heard the
demands
worst
people
of
to
it.
donate.
And so a lot of it's because of these people. That's why I store their information. And at some point, if it keeps getting
Thanks,
out of
Keith.
hand like it is, I'm going to have to file a lawsuit.
Oh my God.
Not
Not another fucking lawsuit. No. No. Not a fucking another one. We can't take the goddamn defamation lawsuits. I'm telling y'all. Just because somebody talks shit about you, don't like your channel, don't like your work, that's not enough to go like after somebody for defamation. It's when they truly are damaging your reputation with serious false statements, not just like, come on, people are so quick to jump to that. Remember the other day we played Laura? Brittany said something like, for instance, this wasn't it, but for instance, like, you're weird, bitch. And Laura's like, that's defamation or something. It was like, no, it's not really defamation. People, oh God, I can't with the lawsuits.
That's what I'll have to do because these people
That's what I'll have
are
to do.
relentless. They make shit
Lawsuit.
up and they go, look, it's your quote. It's your video. Yeah. You took a video. I do 3-hour shows every single night.
Mm-hmm,
So you take
Another
a clip
lawsuit.
from one show, and then you take a clip from a show 2 days later, and then you take a clip from this
Really,
one and this
Tim?
one, and you put them all together. Oh, look at this guy.
See,
Yeah, I'm
have only watched him for like the maps. Like for instance, Kylie Rodney, whenever they finally got that fire cam footage, he did the overlay with the daylight versus the lights and where that would be like directionally located, right? And so I watched him for that. Idaho 4, he did that model of the house. So I watched him for that. But we're done. I'm not going to watch any more of that. I just wanted to watch a little bit of it. The link's in the description to all the messiness we watched today. I mean, this is what's going on the streets, at least in Krama. And I wanted to talk about with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to start making little shorts to call out like other lol cows, like Tech Protect in the LCU. Today, I was so close to making a little short about him, and I really might still do it. like there's certain shit that happens and I'm just like, you suck. And I want to tell you about it. I want to say it to you. Like, so I'm probably going to start doing that and branching out a little bit and covering other cows out of this community. But to me, like, I think like there are horror cows outside of true crime, but this is like the main place where that's to me like by definition what it is. Not really lol cows over here. The lol cows, like they're not talking about as like topics that are as concerning, emotional, triggering. Now Shani and Rev, I don't watch them, but if you do, apparently they do some pretty horrific stuff. They're pretty terrifying at times. But yeah. So that's the deal. Anyways, you guys, I'm done. But I'm going to just chat with you guys for a minute about whatever as we end. I told you I wanted to light a left-handed cigarette. So I'm going to. I used to love watching him. Now he's rude to his viewers. There's something about men of a certain age, right? They just get really grumpy. They're set in their ways. They don't want to change. They know everything already. They're not willing to really listen and learn. Do you guys know what I mean? That's like my dad. Like, I'm not trying to convince him I'm right about something. If he's already set, like he already thinks he knows, I'm just like, okay. Because I know it's pointless. It's just the way it is. Hey, Bendy. Oh, Amber can't stand gray. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Yes, because they're covering real victims. Yeah. And they're just disgusting with it. It's pretty sad and pathetic that there are people that take advantage of like just think of some of the shit we've seen be exploited and used. And I'm not talking about one creator at all. I'm talking about across the board. Like, it's pretty disappointing that people will do what they'll do for attention and money. That's what it's all about. Like I try to teach my niece, man, not all attention is good attention. You know, little girls, they're just little girls, and I don't know, it's just a conversation that we've had recently. You know, you don't really want to be attention seeking because you're going to get attention that you don't want. Like, for instance, you say something at school to be cool or get attention, and then you get in trouble for it. You're getting the wrong kind of attention, that kind of thing. Bendy, I didn't get to come to the sentencing today. I don't even know how it went. I saw a thing, an title of an article that said she got life. Is that right? You guys go check out the word case studies for the sentencing of Corey Richens. I had sick children home and stuff. I've been all over the place. The Watts case was horrible about that too. It got sick with some creators. Remember Kim reenacting like Shanann being buried and all that stuff? Like, what the fuck? How disgusting. Just no even thought or regard for her family watching this. And she's like working with his family, which must make it hurt even worse. Does Gray still fill in with? I think so, Grandma Sherry. Yeah. Fly low, life without parole. Good. She was such an a-hole, you have to watch. That was in the recording I heard about court. She was like rolling her eyes and stuff, right? Psst. No, don't say her name. She's like Bloody Mary. No, she did. Hey, that girl. Oh my God. Actually, I think I remember that now that you say it. With her girls, right? Like, still have the clip of that dumb shit. My God. It's kind of crazy. There was an update to, oh my God. I meant to talk about it in one of these Chroma lives. Amber told me, I think, ATS News. If I'll look for it, and if I have it next time I'm on, we'll talk about it. There was an update regarding, let me just look real quick at Frankie's page. Regarding, I still have YouTube bad actors pulled up. Frankie Ruschek. I don't remember how to spell their name. Oh, got it. Regarding armchair detective. So the Shanann's family, not the Watts family, the Ruschek family sued a YouTuber, the armchair detective. So I don't know if you guys followed the Watts case. If you didn't, armchair detective was a true crime YouTuber, grifting, full of shit, jumping on every fucking rumor. And he was on every single day. And he was always running with the narrative that Nicole Kessinger, Chris's mistress, was involved. He shared some stuff about the Ruschek family because they had been on Dr. Phil and stuff, also claiming they thought she was involved, but eventually they got to a point where they didn't, and they wouldn't even talk about it. So he would aim stuff at them and kind of accuse them of lying and hiding and covering up the truth. And anyways, they sued him, had his channel taken down. Let me see if there's a new post on Frankie's page. Let's see. I know there was an update. So let's just see what we can find here. Man, back in the day when the drama surrounding true crime was just different. Now, you have certain creators who are like at the center of it all the time, which is frustrating and annoying because you don't want to talk about the same people all the time. But then again, they do some foul shit where then you do want to talk about it. But like, it's just a crazy place. And especially the way it's evolved, the community. All right, let's see. Here's one of my favorite songs. The lyrics are pretty spot on for this time in my life. I've wanted to share this for a long time. Other great news is my case has finally closed on Friday. All right, let's look at this. Dear friends, yes, this is the update. The judgment was handed down today. So this is Shanann Watts' brother, for those of you who don't know. That's who, it was his parents involved too, though, in this lawsuit and having Armchair Detective's page taken down. As you see here, he says, I'm Shanann's little brother, Bella Cece, and Nico's uncle. Okay, so the judgment was handed down today. Here's the thing, though. Yes, his channel was taken down, but has anything changed or gotten better because of this? I mean, I don't think so. It seems like it's gotten worse. The drama and the accusations and this stuff with these victims and their families. So he says the judgment was handed down today, bringing these proceedings to a close. I am grateful to my attorneys and barrister for their work and support throughout what has been a long and difficult process. Now, Armchair Detective was in the UK, so it was a lawsuit over there. The High Court, which must be a UK court, okay, has ruled in my favor, awarding damages and granting an injunction preventing the repetition of the defamatory allegations made against me. The court also recorded that the defendant, Armchair Detective, was given multiple opportunities to provide a compliant defense, which was ultimately struck out. This is a landmark victory for me and my family. This has been deeply personal, and I am relieved that the court has recognized the harm caused. I hope this now allows us to move forward and continue to grieve in peace. It's freaking sad. And then here you see defendant Alan Vinicombe, that's Armchair Detective. And it says, in the High Court of Justice, King's Bench Division, Media and Communications List in London. So they won their case, and that's really great. I wish that it would make more of a difference for how these victims and their families are treated on social media. Maybe one day there will be some change, and this is just like a step in that direction. I don't know, but something I meant to tell you guys about previously. So I'm glad we talked about it. Oh, wow. I heard he won 40K before taxes. He didn't used to, Kim. Only Armchair Detective. Now he might now, but he used to, live here. They will always be the slimy creators out for money and clicks and nothing else. That's true. That is true. The UK is a lot stricter about a lot of shit, like food and like makeup and lotions and ingredients. They are much more strict with what's allowed. It's pretty crazy. The FDA is like way behind. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to see this and talk to you a bit after the live. But like I said, if you see something happening that's not being talked about, please let me know. Because I would love to talk about that here. I don't want to just talk about the same creators. If they're doing something I want to comment on, I will, but I want us to really have a good idea at what's going on out there. And I know that's not the popular choice. Like certain creators in their drama is what a lot of people want to watch, but also I think it's interesting to follow it all. I want to see it all. I want to have a good idea of the landscape, like what's actually going on these streets, with the ones that are more talked about and the ones that aren't too. So if you see something, send it to me to my email. It's across the bottom of the screen. Also, Nanya, are you still here? Because I really hope you are. Bentley's been homesick the last 2 days. I've been all over the place. I've been really shitty at keeping up with messages and stuff. And I did not see the Discord tag for No Safe Takes until today. So whatever meeting or whatever happened yesterday, I missed. Please let me know what's going on. And yeah, you guys, please go check out No Safe Takes. It's been really fun to be a part of that. I'm really honored to be a part of it. It's a channel that Nanya's doing, talking about everything but the Krama bullshit, like anything and everything, and just real raw opinions of a bunch of us women. And it's been really fun. So please go check it out. Actually, I don't know if Tess is still here. I know she could drop it. Bendy, will you drop that link for me? Pretty please. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to let you go. I'm just going to get one more link, which is Jen's for that trial stuff from today. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. The word case. Haven't seen anything with freaking harsh reality, but I'm keeping my eyes open. I'm keeping my eyes on all of them. But I'm sorry, that freaking, I'm not going to be surprised if that whole channel gets removed. And I've never reported shit and I don't plan on it. But when you are boldly making a fucking post on your YouTube, your YouTube community wall about how you have a GoFundMe so you don't have to pay YouTube the 30%, it's pretty damn dumb. I could totally see that backfiring on you. You greedy, greedy, greedy son of a bitch. And I'm sorry, but I won't mince my words for that motherfucker. He gets on here 3 times a day, every day, talking about Idaho 4 still, just bashing the hell out of the Gonsalves family and lots of other shit. He's just gross. He runs with all these theories and rumors, but he's real slick about how, oh man, I didn't know I was showing that, but he's real slick about how he does it. So there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. You guys, thank you for being here. I'm going to let you go. Yeah, and I hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, thanks again. All right, bye. I didn't even realize I was showing it. I was just trying to get the link, but it's all good. All right, you guys, thank you. Have a good night. I don't know what's going to play as an outro. Oh, nothing. Okay, bye.